Okay, so this is going to be trailer number 2, I guess, or 3 or 4, I don't know in which order this is going to come in. But after NTR, obviously we are going to talk about another superstar from Telugu, Tamil Nadu. If I had said it wrong, I apologize. We're talking about Ram Charan and his movie Peddi, a movie that was supposed to come out earlier, I guess, in this year, but I don't know why it got postponed. And now we got to see the trailer. Is it his birthday as well? I don't know. When the glimpse of dragon came on the birthday of and dear and I put the chit chat. Start the trailer in 3, 2, 1.
Crossing third signal.
Sir! Emergency, sir!
यहाँ किसी से भी
The same maker of
फेवरेट
Pushpa.
खेल बदल रहा है, फेवरेट खिलाड़ी नहीं बदल रहा। पेटी, इस इलाके का कोई भगवान है क्या?
हमारा फेवरेट क्रिकेटर पेड्डी सर, फेवरेट पहलवान पेड्डी सर, मेरा फेवरेट रनर पेड्डी सर।
यहाँ के लोगों के लिए पेड्डी मंदिर का भगवान नहीं, मैदान का भगवान है। खेले हमरा घमंड, सुना है आसमान से धरती पर तारे गिरते हैं। ई हमरी गोदी में गिरा एक तारा है।
ज्ञान सुन लिया तुम्हारा, बकलोली ना किया कर हमारे साथ, बिना चखे ही मर जाएगा।
एक लड़की के मुंह से ऐसी बात शोभा नहीं देती।
तो मुजरा करे।
हमारे लिए खेल जीतना जरूरी नहीं है, जिंदा रहना जरूरी है।
सरकारी पटरी उखाड़ोगे। जब हम एक ही धरती पर पैदा हुए तो आप जहाँ रहते हैं वो बेहतर, और हम जहाँ रहते हैं वो बेकार।
साला ना गाँव ना पहचान ना कुछ, यहाँ गाँव दिया एहसान किया।
वो सिर्फ खेल खेलना जानता है, हमें खेल खिलवाना भी आता है।
कहाँ रह गया तिहाड़िया?
बातों में नहीं, अखाड़े में जीतने की मर्दानगी किसी में है तो उसे भेज। कौन है वो?
वो बनेगा
ऐसा
नहीं।
खिलाड़ी जो दो खेलों को मिलाकर एक खेल में डालता है।
हम पेड्डी है साहब, अब चाहे जीत हो या हार होगी हम पहाड़ी गांव वालों के। आपको लगता है कि हमने खेल खेला है? हमने जंग लड़ी है। Peddi's back on his feet.
As far as I remember, Peddi was supposed to focus on one sport, right? He was good on one sport. He was playing that cricket and taking the bat and twirling it like Virat Kohli, and then catching it, and or like the gully cricket experts. But he is not only a cricketer; he is also a wrestler and a track runner as well. If you say so, movie. If you say so. First things first, there are two tropes, two very on your nose kind of tropes that are very common with South movies that are in here as well, and a very huge, humongous budget pan-Indian movie, and that is first hyping your main character like nothing, like hyping him up like he's a deity himself, born in a new way. In this case, Boban Irani is asking the question, and the Shetty, one of the Shetty brothers, I guess, I could be mistaking his name, but very prominent actor, by the way. He's doing the job of hyping up our man here. Is he a god? One asking, is he a god or something? He's a god, alright, but he's not a god of the temple, but he's a god of the field. And how long is this trope going to be utilized? Don't the makers know that this is the very thing that people make fun of South movies for? Like, oh, वो कौन था, वो कौन है, तुम्हें पता है वो कौन है, वो कौन से बिरादरी से आता है, उसका ancestry क्या है, उसका history क्या है? Nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit about that hype man anymore. And the second thing is Janhvi Kapoor. If someone tells me that this is the same Janhvi Kapoor from the universe of Devara, the same Janhvi Kapoor that we saw in Devara, this is the same Janhvi Kapoor, I would not be surprised. Basically, she is the eye candy. For better word, she is the eye candy of this movie. Only and only reason for her being in this movie is expose. Remove her portion from the movie becomes shorter, and maybe a little more time for you to breathe a little, develop the storyline a little, because this, I am pretty sure that romantic interest plotline is going to go nowhere. She is most probably going to play a brat of the village, a rich brat who is the daughter of someone in influence or someone in power, and Ram Charan's character is ogling her, stalking her. Another trope of South movie, a girl who is ultra bold for no goddamn reason, because none of her friends except for her is like doing whatever she is doing. I'm not saying it is wrong, but why? Doesn't make any sense. And every particular shot, every second she is there, every time it is focusing on why reduce her to just a sexualized eye candy? Why? Even if she has the potential of being a credible actor, which I don't know if she has or not, but this kind of movie, this kind of shots, this kind of characterization, this kind of utilization of her is only going to take her down the hill, man. And that's the two big things that are a little too on the nose for me. Third thing is, what is this movie actually about? Is this about the life story of Ram Charan, the guy who grew up in a rural village among so many struggles, so many hardships, while being so good at so many sports, and ultimately going from that village to town or a place where he can ultimately utilize his abilities and become a professional player or represent his country, something like that? Or is it about person who is worshipped like a deity in his town, went out of his way and went out of his comfort and went through so many hardships and ultimately became the savior of his village by representing him and representing his country and representing his village in a big stage and all of that? Or is he a person who is going to fight the class system, or is he a person who is going to fight the powerful politicians or people in influence from his village, and then ultimately come to the place where he is representing himself, or he's basically participating in the sport and fighting with people in power and influencing there as well? I don't know. I don't understand this. I took the plate. I took rice. I took curry. I took chicken. I took mutton. I took fish. I took egg. I took papad. I took jalebi. I took gulab jamun. I took sandesh. I took rasgulla. I took jalebi. I took kala jamun. I took son papri. I took everything, and I don't know where to begin from now. All of them are good, but where should I begin? I started off with rice, right? The rice is nowhere to be seen right now. That is the case with this trailer. What is he doing? Is he a savior? Is this movie going to be that savior plotline, savior complex, savior story? Or is it going to be a story against class, a story against casteism, and or is it going to be focusing against capitalist people in power who try to utilize their power and exploit, who lead a normal life. And why, while he is training, he looks like he has gone through dog shit? Why his training regime looks like he has been tortured, he has been arrested, and he has been kept in a cell, and from there he is training. Like everyone else that are training with him look like they are coming from an ordinary home, ordinary place, and then training with ordinary people for a sport. And then there is Ram Charan, who is training like he is going for a army recruitment, and that too not just like any normal recruitment, very high martial level recruitment, going through hell kind of regime. Or is it part of the corruption that makes the training for him a little more difficult, so that he quits and makes the people road easy for the other contenders? I don't know. At this moment I am confused as hell watching this trailer. What is this trailer? And yeah, how come does a player who is good at cricket, good at wrestling, has such huge muscle mass, right? Look, you saw him, right? A person who is strong, has a good core, has huge muscle mass, is a good athlete, who is also a good track runner as well. Don't get me wrong. There are people with huge muscle mass who are good runners, who can sprint fast. If you see football, there is a player called Adama Traore. He is heavy, he is bust, he is robust, and he is very heavy guy with big muscles, and he can run fast. He was one of the fastest player when he used in Premier League and in football in general. But in general, if you want to be a track runner, if you want to be a person who runs professionally, if you see any of those runners, their body is much more lean. That is because if you want to accelerate faster and reach your top speed and hold that top speed much more faster, you need to get rid of that extra muscle mass in your body. Reduce the extra weight and you get extra momentum, extra speed. That is not saying that a guy who is heavy, who has much more muscle mass, cannot be a runner. But professionally, if you're representing your country, you will never see a person who is such heavy representing his country, because that is just not realistic, that is just not practical. A person who is leaner, who has much more endurance, much more stamina, has better acceleration, much more top speed, will usually be the person who is representing the country, who will be the athlete who will be chosen to represent the country. But in this movie, I guess Peddi can become the captain of Indian team as well. The kind of shot that he plays, he can be anyone. Why not? The way he trains, why not? I should be talking about what the storyline or plotline could be, how the visuals are looking. By the way, some of the visuals are looking very good. Some of them does look like they are shot in green screen. They are like some very obvious giveaway for a person who understands blue screen, green screen, how cutout works, how composition works. There are some obvious tells that you can see and tell that this is done in a green screen, and there are some particular shots in here that can be seen, that once seen can be understood that it is shot in a green screen. And apart from that, the cinematography is looking good. They have used real location. The visual tone is very much similar to that of Pushpa. There is train involved in here. Why, I don't know. Maybe the people of the village that Ram Charan belongs to work in that train station in some way or another, and they are obviously accused of stealing the railway road, the railway track, falsely obviously, and something is going to go very wrong for them. Chaos is going to be unleashed, and Divyendu's character is going to be a very big part of it as well. I'm excited to see it. That was it for this video. If you like my reaction on the video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and for more videos like this, subscribe to Omlan Rexo.